Get the hard one out the way.
Excuse me, we're back. Will and L.
Will and L. This is so important. I'm actually going to take my sunglasses off.
Come on. Oh. You know what? When am I going to teach you how to wear your hat properly?
Hats.
I mean, really. I mean, just get
It
it right.
detracts from all this gorgeousness.
I'm trying to cover some. No, man, put it properly, please. This is Motor Matters. You wear the hat right. Subaru WRX.
ST. TS.
TS.
But if you look at the steering wheel, it says STI.
And that TS looks so much like STI as well if you glance at it.
They say never meet your heroes, right? So the WRX is one of those cars that's
yeah.
on my bucket list. Was on my bucket list. Now, tick.
So who do you say thank you
I'm
to?
a happy guy.
Who do you thank?
Subaru. Subaru Bank.
No.
Because they've done it right.
Yes, but who do you thank for
They've
even
done it
getting the
right.
opportunity?
Thanks, Al.
Now, you see, at
They've
last.
done it
at
right.
last.
And
It's the new WRX.
I want to get my hands on it again for a proper test this time.
Well, and then you better return the
Yeah,
compound.
yeah.
Right, done.
Yeah. No,
See what you can
it's-
organise. But look,
It is a magnificent vehicle.
but what they've done, let's just cover
The base.
the base. Okay. They've tamed it from the previous version.
Never drove the previous version.
I did.
Did it have gold wheels?
I think it did, actually. We'll have to check back on the video. It was a couple of years ago. But they have tamed it. But, or, you know what? No, not tamed it. It's grown up. It's got more mature.
They've tamed it, they haven't muzzled it.
No, because it got more mature. The previous one was way too hard, crashy, bangy, overall ride for me with my bad back and things like that. No, Sunday fun day. No, no more. This one I could genuinely live with every day. I really could. Everybody was moaning that the numbers have gone down. It was 228 kilowatts, it's now 208.
202.
Okay, close enough. And 350 Newton.
350 Newton meters.
I mean, it is still lots in a medium-ish sedan, right?
So that's what I really liked about this car. So it's one of those cars that is entertaining all the way up to about 80 k's an hour, where you feel like you're doing 120, but you're actually still only doing 80. That's not a reflection that you're not going quickly. And it's not too powerful.
No.
They could have thrown 300 kilowatts at the car. They could have made 400 kilowatts in the car.
Yeah,
They
but
could
then
have
it would've
They could have gone to town
Yeah,
on
but
it.
it would have been a beast to handle if
but
you
it
did
would've-
drive it in traffic.
Look, that body, that chassis, that suspension, all mechanical, it will handle it.
It could take another 100 kilowatts without even thinking.
But I'm glad they didn't do that on this particular version.
The
because
STI maybe will get
maybe,
that.
maybe.
Maybe. We'll see where they
Because
go with that.
That was this. I shot a lot of video in the car just for my own jollies on this thing before I realized my microphone had turned me into whale mode. Do you know what it's like when you're talking whale? It's very, very strange. It's very
You
odd.
are strange, so it probably was suitable.
And I'm glad it did because I had to ditch the whole lot because all I could say was, I'm having so much fun.
And if you
it's
were
such
showing-
a fun car to drive.
No, but if you were showing anything,
was
you were probably misbehaving all the way, so you don't
outrageous.
want that footage in public anyway.
Not necessarily. It does encourage bad behavior.
Yeah.
But it gives you the
Because
tools
it's got the
to.
asymmetric
It
all-wheel
gives you the
drive.
tools
It's
to
got,
handle bad behavior well.
it's got the old-fashioned bit of turbo lag when you really boot it.
Exactly. And that's what the whole mix there.
We said in the video, the review video a few times.
Yeah.
The halo of the WRX and the STIs was Colin McRae 1990s.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
They've left enough cues to the 1990s.
Yes.
It's
In the
not
car,
It's
yeah.
not that the car's totally outdated or there's
No.
any wrong, but there are just these cues here, there, and
Exactly.
everywhere that, hey, this is what it is, and we're staying true to that.
And I loved it. I thought it was it's a very difficult thing for them to bring out a new WRX without it being seen as a replacement or
Correct,
whatever.
yeah. The most negative throwback is probably the turbo lag.
It's got the DNA. No, I like the turbo.
No, but I'm saying what I'm saying to you is all the others are like fun cues. They're there and they whatever.
Yes, this is the most
turbo lag
obvious.
in today's modern world.
Yes.
Is the most negative thing.
Well,
but yet it's so true to WRX and STI. It would take away from the car if it wasn't there.
Well, maybe, but I don't. I enjoyed the fact that you got to keep the car on the wheel.
And that
If you let it off under 4,000, that's up to you. You can do that, but then you're going to suffer if you're on
if you want to take
track
off,
or wherever it was you want to go.
Okay, but now The other side of
You
this
don't have to drive it at 4,000 plus
the
all
other
the time.
side of this car is it is an executive spec saloon.
Exactly.
Okay, it's got. We're not going to run through this now because you can watch the review video.
Yeah.
It's got all the exec spec
Yes.
and touches and whatever that you could ever want. There's nothing lacking.
No.
That you have to buy a premium brand to that you're going to lose because you're not.
Yeah.
And pay even more money.
Yeah. No,
So,
we were saying there's
that's
nothing really to compare with it at that price point
I still can't find it.
as a fast 4-door saloon.
I still can't find it.
And I have to say, just touching back to the mechanical aspect of that suspension, it handles like it is on rails.
Now, we say there's nothing to compare. Wait a minute.
Unbelievably good.
I'm just thinking about something. I was with Mitsubishi last week, remember?
Eva.
Because remember, in the 90s,
Well,
it was WRX,
and
Evo,
Evo.
WRX,
Yep.
Evo. I mean, that was the war of wars, right?
Correct.
Mitsubishi are on an offensive at the moment. Okay?
Really?
They're going to go on in South Africa alone on a massive product offensive for the next year or so. They didn't mention it, but they also said they got a few little pleasant surprises up their sleeve. So if another Evo comes along,
Well,
that will be the only head-to-head we can
because
really
otherwise, the Subaru's got the
it's
market
just-
to itself.
Yeah, it's got that little niche all of its own.
The one thing I did do was I popped open the bonnet when I had a look
Yeah.
at it, and underneath there is a massive intercooler,
I'm sure.
and
I left that to you.
and there's massive amounts of space. And in fact, what Subaru have done is they've taken a big stick and they've printed it on the inside of the bonnet once you've lifted it up, which are gas struts. It's nice and easy, and it opens up nice and hard. And they've said, modify me. You can't sum up a WRX better than that.
Okay, well, there
And
you go.
I'm just like,
Okay, now, the elephant in the room. What was your fuel consumption?
it wasn't as good as yours.
No,
What did you get?
9.1.
9.1.
What was yours? Come on, don't be a coward.
15 off.
Hey?
15 off.
15 and a half.
15 off.
50.
I didn't do very many Ks
How
on it.
long have I been trying to tell you why I call him Leadfoot? You know what? That has just been put to bed forever and a day.
It was fun.
That's it. And that's 877,000 Rand.
877 grand, yeah.
There you go.
877
There you go. For that much fun, for that much performance, and luxury.
What are you going to find to get
Well, there
that
you go.
kind of
There
like
you go.
smile on your face?
Right now, I told you we're doing something new in this video.
I'm not even slightly nervous.
Just I have now executive decision. It's called the Motivators rating.
Colin
give it-
McCraig Blue.
I give it a 3-hat Motivators rating. What do you give it?
Oh no, I give it like 6 hats.
No, we only have a rating out of 3.
Well, then 3 hats it is.
So Leadfoot actually agrees with me
Actually,
for a
no,
change.
4 hats. I don't. Your rating system is rubbish. 4 hats.
No, you've got it wrong. Now listen.
Okay, 3 hats.
3 hat, but when it really surpasses expectations, and I doff my hat to it.
4 hats. Wait, looks like I've got no hair.
There you go. We'll see you next time.